Hi everybody, this is Kate from the Fibre Co, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about some styling options to help you improve your photography if that's something you're particularly working on, and we're going to give you an idea to how to get one of these kind of flat lay beauties out there. So the first place to think about is, where am I drawing that inspiration from? It's always good to keep a kind of bank of images that really talk to you, because the chances are that's going to be a good starting point, something to kind of get you going. It's hard to have a blank space, and so what we have over at the Fibre Co on Pinterest, you can find us over there, is we have a Pinterest board all about the kind of knitting inspiration that we're finding on Instagram. Some of it's our work, some of it's other designers that we work with, sometimes it's just people who really like what they're doing on Instagram, and we kind of draw those things together that really speak to us as makers and speak to us as the Fibre Co. You know, people really showing what our yarn does and how it inspires people. That's kind of a good place for me to start when I'm thinking about flat lays. But the other thing I like to do before I create some images for the Fibre Co is I like to look outside of my niche. I think it's quite important to make sure that we don't get tunnel vision, and sometimes you're trying to create a different mood to the thing you're usually creating, and it can really feel like a blank space in front of you. You know, you've got a couple of skeins and you want to share that story somehow with the world, and you're not too sure. So here I've used the keyword search to look up a kind of minimal flat lay. So you've got the kind of nice white backgrounds. So here we go, let's do some styling. So the first thing I think about is my background. It shouldn't have too much glare on it, try not to use shiny surfaces, and it should have some kind of interesting texture but not too busy. So here it's actually a bed sheet that I've used, and I've used a nice wooden board as a kind of focal point, and that's what I tend to start with, a layer of background that isn't too distracting, and I think about what the main feature, the main story is. And here it was actually this lovely shawl that's been worked up by an independent designer that we know, and I kind of wanted to sort of just focus on the simplicity of the lines. So that's what I'm doing. I start by placing that first, and you can see I'm tweaking and I'm moving around, and what I'm doing is I'm trying to create something called a nice S shape using the rule of thirds. And what that means is the eye really likes it when it can kind of sweep really pleasingly through an image. So if we imagine there's like a 3x3 grid on our image when we're setting it up, so we've got a sort of left, right and middle going across, and we've got top, middle and bottom coming down, and where those points kind of intersect on those lines can make for some really interesting things. So the eye likes to sweep along, so you can see here I'm fiddling a little bit with the glasses to just try and make it work in that sort of S shape, so everything flows nicely. And then have a last minute check, usually stand up, take a look, and that's when I take the picture. So there's lots of fiddling to be done, but of course the main thing is to remember to have fun. This is meant to be something that it's quite a therapeutic process, I found. And if you want some more tips for your photography, we've just shared a blog post, so please do come back soon and see us where we'll have some more.